Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Dan Liberto and I help people to learn to love and accept themselves just the way they are. Today I want to talk about something very, very important in your path, and that is the meaning of life. Now what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to set aside all preconceived notions, all religious ideas of what the meaning of life is, and come into this moment with a clear blank canvas to understand what this path is about. Okay, so basically what we are here to do is experience this life in a human body but have a spiritual experience. So we're basically human beings having a spiritual experience. So we're workers. Your work is not your job, it's not the laundry, it's not picking up your house, it's not cleaning your car. Those are all side hustles. Your job is to learn lessons in this spiritual life and to grow from those lessons so that your soul can evolve and that you can reach a higher state of consciousness. Okay, so let me repeat that for you guys. Your job, the meaning of this life, is to learn spiritual lessons and transcend them so that your soul can reach a higher level of enlightenment and your mind can reach a higher level of consciousness, so that eventually you will ascend into a frequency that is unbound to the 3D plane on this planet. So, what we see a lot of the times is people who don't understand what life is about, so they ascribe different meanings to life. And that could be anything. That could be achieving an incredible amount of financial abundance, which then they find themselves wondering what's missing. Or maybe they try to do it through another outlet. Maybe it's several relationships. They seek different things, not understanding what the true meaning of life is. The true meaning of life is to face your struggles, your problems head on, grow from them, and then grow into a spiritually mature being, so that you reach higher frequencies, higher levels of consciousness, and a deeper understanding. So that's your job. Have you ever heard the phrase, "You're not taking anything with you"? This, again, points to the meaning and purpose of this life is not in the material 3D plane. It's not in the material 3D world. It's inside of you. That's the only thing that you're going to take with you. The only thing you're going to take with you is the karma that you've created, the karma that you've experienced, the lessons that you have learned, and the growth that you have made. So, in this, we understand that all the material things that you're going to leave behind, if you put priority on those things, you're going to miss out on so much. You're going to miss out on so much if you put the most importance in becoming a multimillionaire, because you're not going to take that with you. It's a very short amount of time. But what you are going to take with you is your karma. What you are going to take with you is your higher levels of experience, the higher levels of consciousness that you've reached, being in a state of love, achieving those higher frequencies. You will take all those residential energies within your blueprint body, within your blueprint soul. Now the question becomes, how do we work on these things? Dan, how do I do the work that I need to do to achieve this state of consciousness, this state of understanding, to resolve my problems or transcend my problems and grow from them? How do I do this stuff? Here's how you do it. The first thing, most important thing, meditation. Meditation. check in with yourself. Become familiar with yourself. Understand yourself. And through meditation, what happens is you go inward and you start to self-realize really what it is that you need to work on. You start to realize things. You start to self-realize. And then once you realize what it is that you need to work on, how it is you need to grow, once you become conscious of that, you can take the action to resolve those issues and to grow. But it's not until we realize that there is something that needs to be addressed that we can address it. So that's what meditation is. Meditation is becoming familiar with yourself, understanding yourself, and checking in with your body and checking in with your being, and then being able to realize things about the self. So that's step number one. I just want you to know that you're not going to sit down one time, the very first time you try it, and be able to achieve enlightenment. This is like any other discipline, something that takes time, something that takes work, and something that takes effort. But everything that's worth it takes time, takes work, and takes effort. That's what we're here to do on this planet. We're here to work. Just not in the sense that right now most of the planet thinks we're here to work for. This is why so many people don't understand the meaning of life, because they think the meaning of life is to go to their job, work their whole life, make money, and then die. The meaning of life is to work on your soul, to grow, to progress, and to achieve higher states of being. That's the work. That's your main job, okay? And you do that with meditation. That's the first thing, okay? What's the second thing, Dan? What's the second thing? How do you achieve higher states of consciousness, higher vibrational frequencies? How do you do that? The second thing is experience, through experience. So what you need to do is live in the present moment. Disconnect from the virtual reality of the thinking mind, the planning mind, the sorting mind, the controlling mind. Disconnect from that. Live in the present moment, and in the present moment, one is able to experience truth, 100% genuineness in the present moment, because you're not subject to the filters of the thinking mind. You're not subject to the virtual reality that so many of us live in. You're experiencing the moment as it is, exactly the way it is, without the mind putting filters on it. Then you can realize truth. And there's one more. There's one more way to realize the truth and to live in a higher state of consciousness and a higher state of vibrational frequency. And that's by letting go of preconceived notions, letting go of the past, letting go of the conditioning that you have been conditioned with by, your parents, your friends, society, the media, all of those conditioning telling you what is important. You will realize what is important when you go within yourself through meditation and you start to understand what the true calling is. And there will be people along your path who will help you and tell you and show you the right way and what the truth is. Those people will stumble upon your path. But before you can open your mind to new ideas, you have to let go of the conditioning of other people's realities, of other people's limiting beliefs. And when you let go of other people's realities that have been conditioned into you, or other people's limiting beliefs that have been conditioned into you, when you decondition that conditioning, you're free to create. You're free to create by yourself, with your own heart. So, just to recap, why are we here? We're here to expand our consciousness to reach a higher state of vibrational frequency from fear, guilt, shame, into love, joy, and enlightenment. We're here to self-realize and work through problems that we've had before. Work through those problems we've had before and transcend those problems and resolve those problems so that our soul can reach higher states of frequencies. And how do we do those things? 3 ways. Meditation, living in the present moment and experiencing the present moment as it is, exactly the way it is, without the filters of our mind placing filters on the way things are. Living in the present moment. And finally, letting go of the conditioning that we have gotten from so many sources outside. Letting go of that conditioning, focusing on the conditioning from your heart, listening to your heart, it doesn't lie to you, listening to your intuition, it doesn't lie to you, and then formulating the truth from there and from other people too will help you on your path. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you guys are having great holidays. Don't forget to like this video and go ahead and subscribe to my channel. A lot of great content coming your guys' way. And namaste. Much love.